Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Discount White Samurai, and today we're going to be doing a Korath first impressions review, in-depth character analysis, rank up, tier 2, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, give me a name for what this video should be, or I'll just keep spewing out random stuff at you. So, Korath is one of the other new characters introduced in this Captain Marvel update. He, like Minerva, is quite rare as a speed villain, so he has the villain tag as well, so he is available for the coveted speed villain ABX Day, which immediately makes him a potential replacement, almost guaranteed potential replacement, but for now, I should say potential replacement for Ghost. So for those of you that have Ghost, you should consider getting him, and he's free. And for those of you that don't have Ghost, that you're using, I don't know, Craven or Vulture or possibly Black Cat or Sin, if you like to torture yourselves, definitely I would preemptively, look to rank up Korath because there's a very good chance, just based on his skills, based on his skill set, that he will be able to take over for those characters. And it's actually interesting. It's a free-to-play a free-to-play character taking over for a paywall in Ghost, and I don't think Ghost is ever going to get a new uniform. So yeah, that's for the time being, unless we see another speed villain in the future, like Mr. Sinister or something like that. That's definitely, yeah, he's going to hold the title for a while. And then we also have, what did we try? We tried 1895 last time, didn't we? And we also had, oh, yeah, we got it. Nice. We also had Minerva taking over for Apocalypse. So pretty interesting. There are changes to ABX, but they're both free to play. So it's more a matter of just building up new characters with saved resources and moving around a few CTPs if that's the case that you need to do. I don't know exactly what CTP to give him. I'm probably going to end up giving him a CTP of energy. May just take the one that I have off of Ghost, but I do want to do a comparative video for them first. So that is going to be tricky. If you guys have another suggestion for what kind of obelisk you think would work for Korath, we will investigate. But for now, we're going to get his gears up to 615, and then we're going to investigate. He's got really nice ignore defense and skill cooldown on the 4th gear, which is super good. 2 premium stats. Double HP, also good. That's nice. And that's nice. So yeah, he's got some pretty decent stats. Because he doesn't have a uniform, it's going to be harder to cap all of his important stats, i.e. skill cooldown, ignore defense, and attack speed. So that's something you need to look out for. Secondly, he doesn't have a high enough, well, let's go through these skills first and then we'll talk about it. But basically, I already know his ISO 8 set ahead of time. So Cleave, we do want to level this up because of the all defense. It's only 5 seconds, but it's still worthwhile because it goes all the way up to 20%. His second skill is just bleed and silence, and I think something else, fracture, no, shock. Yeah, we don't really care about that. We're going to save our gold. Cross out. This is the big skill with the crazy buffs and the chance for immunity. We want that chance to be 100%, so we have to level up cross out to level 6. This skill will have a charge mechanic, so we do have to test this out in game. But because the all speed buff is only for 5 seconds, you can see it's 5%. It's only 5% for 5 seconds. That's a joke. Because of that, and because he doesn't have any other attack speed on any of his other abilities, you do want to give him Power of Angry Hulk ISO 8 set. So for those of you that haven't rolled yet, this is what you're aiming for. You could alternatively go for Overdrive, but he will have very low attack speed if you don't have a lot on your cards, so keep that in mind. Because he has skill cooldown as the first stat here, once you get this leveled up to 20, you'll see it's over 1,000. That means Hawk's Eye probably doesn't work for him, again, unless you specifically have very low skill cooldown on your cards. And then my question to you would be, why do you have such low skill cooldown on your cards, bro? You on that Dark Souls tip, brother? You trying to get that hard mode achievement? Could you imagine if this game had achievements? Like, I mean, it has achievements, but you know what I mean. Those other achievements. Anyways, moving on to Deadly Pursuit. We also don't need to level this up past 3 because bleed damage is garbage in this game, despite what anyone might tell you. And then here as well, oh, it's a guard hit. That sucks. Okay, I mean, the guard hit's good. The guard hit doesn't suck. But you want to level it up because the guard hit goes all the way up to 6. It's only 3 seconds, which honestly seems kind of useless to me, but okay, whatever, fine. We have to give him Power of Angry Hulk. Now, he's also a physical damage dealing character with all physical on all of his skills, so we don't have to, I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about it anyways. I think I may have confused some of you guys, so let me just clarify here. Just because the skill says physical, it doesn't, or energy or flame or whatever, it doesn't change anything about the character. What matters is right here on this page. If it says physical attack, then all of the skills will be physical in terms of the the stats that you want to pump. So if it says physical here, you want to give him physical or all attack ISO, and you want to give him physical attack Uru. It doesn't matter if his skills say energy or elemental damage, you still want to go with physical. I just want to make that clear. I think some people, judging from the comments on the Minerva video, I think some people were confused about that, so I do apologize if I confused you. That wasn't my intention. It's just kind of an offhanded way, a quick way for me to say what I want to give the character in terms of physical versus energy, and I guess in that case, I was saying the wrong thing. I kind of want to give him Awakened ISO, although I don't have any other than the green one, because AVX characters need that extra bump, and I definitely think he will be able to take advantage of the 30% all attack instead of 20%, but I just don't have very much in terms of, I mean, I have a lot of chaotics, but that's about it. I don't have very much in terms of Awakened ISO to give him, so we're actually going to go with physical attack HP, and then we'll level these up later. It doesn't really matter between stage 5 and stage 6. There isn't a huge change. The last change from stage 5 to stage 6 is that these stats will max out, but they're pretty close to max now. I don't really think it matters too much for the sake of this testing, and it wastes too much time on the video. So we're looking at about 121% attack speed, which will go up to about 126. Decent crit rate and crit damage, but we got to get that up higher. The ignore defense definitely needs a couple of Uru to max out and to round out. And then the cooldown could use about 1 Uru, but we do have his 4th gear still there, so I actually think I will change that to ignore defense if I can ever get it, and that should cap us. Oh wow, really? There we go. That should cap us or bring us, yeah. So we'll be over the cap by a little bit, but that will save our Uru so that we can give him some other kind of Uru. But now that I think about it, we might need to change that. But in the meantime, we need to grab more bios, so just hang on a second while I do this. I go into my vault and I collect more so that we can tier 2 this character up to avoid what happened last time with Minerva, where I was like, hey guys, I'm just gonna casually fight level 20 Corvus and make this look so easy. Psych! No, it's definitely not that easy. I definitely was not thinking. So we're over by about 2%. So actually, I think about it, and I don't like that. To be honest with you, so I do think that it's better off to re-roll this back to either crit rate or crit damage, but I'm gonna leave it for now just because we're not actually gonna go ahead with Uru just yet, and I just want to see how the rest of his gear shakes out. I want to see how much crit damage he's gonna get from whichever CTP of energy I eventually find for him, because that will also impact. If his crit damage is really low, I might want to change his 4th gear to crit damage to get an extra like 10%. But if it's not, if it's quite high, then it'll change that story for me. But oof, 20. That was a lot. That was 60 bios. Hopefully the 300 that I popped will be enough to get his gears all finished out. We did just waste half of those bios on 1 gear. So I mean we're on pace for over 400 bios spent, where the average is about 350. I mean, are there other members of Star Force, just throwing out random questions, are there other members of Star Force that you guys would like to see come to the game? I'm surprised. We didn't get too many members of Deadpool's kind of squad. I mean, we got some X-Force people, we got some X-Force uniforms, with like Shatterstar was mentioned and never brought into the game. There was quite a few, so it's just interesting that we get these side characters for Captain Marvel. I guess maybe in Captain Marvel's case there were less featured characters that really hit home the way Domino and Phantom X have been a lot more heavily featured, and we do have MCU versions of these characters specifically, so I guess that is more meaningful to Marvel. But wow, we're actually gonna run out of bios. This sucks. Over 300 bios. Yep. Wow, well that was 14, so we got what, 7 bios left? 2 shots? Not even close. Wow. So we're gonna have to pop more bios. I wish I had Shadowland bios, but I actually just used them. So we're gonna use this 100. This is pretty ouch. This is like 400 bios, over 400 bios. Wow, and that was another like 69, or yeah, something like 69. Yeah, 69. Nice. 23 times 3, 69. Yeah, nice. Math. Dope. Okay, so we got him there. We're gonna max him out. We're gonna tier 2 him now. Same issue here. I would if I wasn't saving these for Captain Marvel and other characters. So we're actually out of tier 2 tickets, which is kind of sad, but thankfully we don't have anyone else to tier 2 that we need to for the next month. So at least we can save up at least one more tier 2 ticket between now and then. from just logging into the game regularly. And we're up to 9,400 achievement score. Really quick question. Anybody got a higher achievement score than this? Huh? Do you, punk? Do you? Alright, so we got a rank 600 Korath without an obelisk. That's pretty nice. I feel like I do need to give him an obelisk, so just hang on a second while I find one. Alright, so rather than spend 600 crystals to unequip his CTP from another character and give it to Korath, I'm actually just going to give him this ignore dodge crit damage 120 proc, which is honestly not very good because it's such a low proc. But it does have crit damage as well, so it simulates part of the CTP of energy. Of course, it's not as good, but for the time being it will work, and then we can test him out. And if he outscores Ghost with this obelisk, then there will be absolutely no reason to doubt that he would outscore her with an actual CTP of energy, and then I can just take Ghost's CTP of energy and give it to Korath, because I don't want to keep a CTP of energy on Ghost. I literally use her for nothing else other than the ABX day. So now with that crit damage set there, he's got about 170, which is still kind of low. His crit rate is also still kind of low, but he gets 25% crit rate from Crossout. It's just for 5 seconds, but still, wow, Crossout has a 20-second cooldown. That's insane. That's not very good. It's you probably want to proc on Deadliest Pursuit or Chain Blow, but that's really brutal. Crossout's damage or the timing is really bad, but yeah, because of that, I think we are going to go and change this again to... Oh, crit damage is nice. Yeah, you know what? We're going to leave that like that, but we're probably going to need to give him crit rate Uru, but that'll have to wait for another time. Let's jump into some gameplay and see what he can do. Now, he's a physical type and he's a speed type, so that does put him in good shape against Corvus, but I actually don't want to fight Corvus for once. It's kind of boring. So we're going to try Proxima. We're going to try stage 30. I think that's a respectable stage for him to do. My dude, Korath, where you at? That's completely the wrong typing. Korath, we not going to use your leadership. Nope. Going to use Shuri here. And we're going to bring along a damage leadership that I need to find. Okay, that works. Physical attack, 50%. We can pass the buff. No strikers. Let's just bring one heal. No. Yes. No, let's try it. Here we go. Legendary outlaw, samurai YouTuber, mobile game salesman, Cynicalex, for the first time fighting against Proxima with, wow, what was that? What the hell was that? That was his third skill, by the way. Alright. Okay, so yeah, that was a joke. His third skill damage is so bad. I don't know what that was. Okay. Okay, the proc on 5 looks a lot more promising. That was like half a bar. Look at all that bleed immunity. Isn't that exciting? Oh my god. His third skill. What is that, dude? It's so bad. Okay, one has an iframe. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, okay. 1, 5, and... Okay. Okay. 1, 5, and 4 have iframes. Alright. 1 seems like an instant iframe. 3 has the charge up with the immunity, but we want to proc on 5 or 4. The damage is not that hot, let's be honest. But he's got a lot of ways to protect himself. Ooh, but it's easy to cancel the skills. I don't think 5 is very... Oh, he's dead. Ugh. Okay, let's try that again. All right, this time we got it. Okay, so his third skill damage is pretty bad. It's very bad. You want to do it in between procs. His 5th skill seems okay. His 4th skill definitely seems to be where it's at. I didn't proc there on 4. His 5th skill seems like it's easier to proc. We brought an anti-venom for the heals. We definitely need the heals. Man, the 3rd skill just takes so long to charge up. Okay, that's nice. That was nice. That was nice. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Korath. Yeah, when you proc on 3 by accident, it's tragic. It's tragic. But if you, yeah, procking on 5, actually, you know what? 5 is better damage than I thought. Why did I think 5's damage was so bad? I just finished watching Umbrella Academy, so when I keep saying 5 to myself, I keep thinking of, well, number 5. If you have seen Umbrella Academy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go watch Umbrella Academy. Alright, so he can kind of face tank with all the, maybe you want to do 2 cancel 5. Actually, you know what? I think I just discovered something. Are you guys listening? 2 cancel 5? Yeah, you're listening. Because it drops that thing. It's kind of like, yeah, that works. It's kind of like the batons. What's her name? Black Widow's batons. See that? Nice. I mean, it didn't work too well. But I think it will work. Again? Really? You really don't like black people, eh, Proxima? Wow. Racist. Actually racist. I'm kidding. But this damage is not bad. You know, remember, it's no Uru still. Did you do it again? But yeah, oh, looks like 2 cancel 5 is a nice proc, and that's like almost a bar. Stage 30, okay. Okay, Korath, no uniform, speed villain. Yeah, you think Ghost can do this stage? You think Ghost can do any stage of World Boss? No. Even Ghost knows she can't do it. So yeah, 2 cancel 5 and then charge up 3. Seems like a really nice, and you could probably squeeze in 4 as well. Oh, you know what? You probably need to rotate between 4 and ooh, okay. Nox is okay. Nox, calm down. Calm down, friend. Oh, nice. That's a nice 5. There we go. Look at all those heals. He definitely needs the heals. So he would definitely benefit from you know, PvP wise, like a CTP of regeneration. I mean, everyone would benefit from a CTP of regeneration, am I right? So yeah, okay, this is looking pretty good. All right, Korath. I wouldn't really do his one skill very much. It seems pretty bad. Yeah, just kind of like sad damage. And oh, what am I doing? Am I throwing? Is this throwing? All right, nice. You know what? You actually might want to do 4 at the beginning if you're gonna take damage, because the beginning of his 5th skill. Well, he does have the guard hit. So he has the guard hit, which is good, but otherwise the beginning of his 5th skill does leave him open to getting penetrated. So you do need to pay attention to that, because he can, I believe he has super armor, but he can still be guard broken by the, or no, he can't be guard broken by the Frost Beast. Never mind, he can be penetrated, but why would you use Korath for PvP when you can use him for ABX, and you can replace Ghost. So yeah, this is actually really good. The guard hit prevents him from being snared or kind of, you know, interrupted or silenced or whatever. I mean, I don't think the speed days have those effects, but still, it's good to know. And yeah, it seems like he was designed. Oh, I'm dead. Wow, I got stunned there. But yeah, it seems like he'll do quite well. 2 cancel 5 seems to be the best way to trigger his proc, and then you can go ahead and do his 3rd skill when it's available for the charge up. I didn't actually pay close enough attention to see if you get all of the buffs. You definitely get the immunity right away, but I don't know if you have to charge up for a certain amount of time. I don't think you have to charge up to get the other buffs, so I think they trigger right away. Let me just preview it really quickly to see, but if that's the case, then you can just really quickly cancel 3. Yeah, you do. You do get them right away. Okay, you get the Frenzy stack right away. Awesome. So yeah, you could just quickly tap 3 and then go into 4. So probably the best rotation when 3 is available would be 2 cancel 5, proc, and then 3 cancel 4, and then ride that iframe out. Or you could even just do 3 and then 4. It would be really nice if his 3rd skill had accumulation as well, because you have the 4 seconds of immunity. So while you're charging up and you're immune, you could also get a buff. But, you know, we can't have everything. He can't be too OP. But he seems to be good, seems to be definitely serviceable. I think even at tier 1, he's a great option for Shadowland. He definitely is a build priority way above Vulture and Craven. And keep in mind, he's going to be able to do all of this without a uniform. So if you're going to compare him to Vulture, you got to compare him to Vulture without the uniform. The old, bald Adrian Toombs. So I'm impressed. I think he's a great character, free to play. And another hit. I mean, low physical attack, but he's a speed type, so that's kind of partially to be expected. And he doesn't have a uniform, so he's not going to be as OP as Minerva, but he'll definitely be a step up from pretty much every speed villain we have in the game now, which is pretty wild. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of Korath. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit me up on Discord and Twitch and Twitter. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.